Hello class 9 students, welcome back to KS Math Academy. Look at the question number 11 in chapter 1. So let PQ be the points of trisection of AB with P closer to A and Q closer to B. Using your knowledge of how to find the coordinates of the midpoint of a segment, how would you find the coordinates of P and Q? Do this for case when the points are A and B are given to us. So you can draw your diagram this way. A is 4, 7 and our B is 16, -2 and P is closer to A. So you can mark your P, let it be x1, y1 and Q closer to B, let it be x2, y2. So now it is trisection, it is given. So you can take AP is equal to PQ is equal to QB. So now first you consider your data. P x1, y1 is midpoint of AQ. So you know the formula, midpoint formula, right? So now for calculating the x coordinate of P, so x1 is equal to left hand side, here it is 4, here right side it is x2. So 4 plus x2 divided by 2. Okay, so now this is our equation number 1. And similarly, you can calculate your y1. So 7 plus y2 divided by 2. So this is equation number 2. So similarly, you can find your point Q, x2, y2 is midpoint of P and B. So now x2 is equal to x1 plus 16 divided by 2. We mark it as equation number 3. And y2 will be equal to y1 minus 2 divided by 2. So this is equation number 4. So now you are going to substitute your data, x1 data, that is from equation number 1 in equation number 3. So here we are having x1. So x2 is equal to x1 data is 4 plus x2 divided by 2 plus 16 and denominator we are having 2. So now in the numerator you are going to take LCM. So 4 plus x2 plus 16 2s are 32 divided by 2. Now take the denominator 2 with the reciprocal with multiplication process. So 32 plus 4 is 36 plus x2 divided by 2 and this 2 is 1 by 2. So now our value is x2 is equal to 36 plus x2 divided by 4. Now do your cross multiplication. So 4x2 is equal to 36 plus x2. Now 4x2 minus x2 is equal to 36. So 3 times x2 is equal to 36. So x2 will be equal to 36 divided by 3, which is equal to 12. So now we got our data. So with this data, you can go back substitution to find your x1. So x1 is equal to 4 plus x2 divided by 2. So now substitute your data, x2 is equal to 12 in equation number 1. So equation number 1 is 4 plus x2. So x1 is equal to 4 plus x2 divided by 2. So this is 16 divided by 2, which is equal to 8. So we got our answer. X1 is equal to 8 here. And then you are going to substitute your data, second equation in your first equation. Similar how we are proceeding with our x2 with x1, and after finding that we are going to replace our value to find our x1. In the same way you are doing process for your y1 also, y1 with y2 also. Now you are going to substitute your equation number 2 in equation number 4. Here we are having y1. So that way we are going to proceed. So now you can take your data as substitute equation number 2 in equation number 4. So y2 will be equal to 7 plus y2 divided by 2. That is our y1 data. Minus 2 divided by 2. So now in the numerator you take LCM. So 7 plus y2 minus 4 divided by 2 and whole thing divided by 2. So here it is 3 plus y2 divided by 2 and this 2 take reciprocal and with multiplication. So 3 plus y2 divided by 4. 3. So 3 plus y2 divided by 4, this is our y2. So y2 is equal to 3 plus y2 divided by 2. So do your cross multiplication now. So 4 times y2 is 3 plus y2 and take this y2 to the left side. So 3 times y2 is equal to 3. So y2 is equal to 1 now. And again go for your back substitution with your equation number 2. So y1 is equal to 7 plus y2 divided by 2. So substitute your y2 is equal to 1 in equation number 2. So y1 is equal to, look at your data, y1 is 7 plus y2 divided by 2. So 7 plus y2 is 1 divided by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. So now you know very well your data P data is x1 comma y1. So that is nothing but our answer. X1 is 8 we got. Look at your data. So this is our x1 and this is our y1. So x1 comma y1. And similarly Q point is x2 comma y2, that is 12 comma 1. So this is the final answer. Yes, coming to the next question. 12. Given points A, B, C show that they lie on a circle K whose center is at the origin 0, 0. What is the radius of the circle K? So that is our first portion. And coming to the second portion, this is given points D and A. Check whether D and E lie within the circle or on or outside the circle K. So first of all, you have to understand. So this is our circle. Okay, so now they have given the center of the circle is O, that is 0, 0 and point A. So point A they are having, that is A is 1, minus 8 and point B minus 4, 7 and point C minus 7, minus 4. So if you connect your data with OA or OB or OC, this is nothing but radius now. So with the center O, OA, OB and OC, they are all radius to this circle K. Okay, now using your distance formula, you can calculate your distance. So you can find the radius of the circle given in the problem. So you know the distance formula, square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So first we are going to find the distance between O and A. So O is 0, 0 and our A is 1, minus 8. So mark x1, y1, x2, y2. So OA distance will be equal to square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square. So 1 minus 0 the whole square. And y2 minus y1. So minus 8 minus 0 the whole square. So this is nothing but 1 plus 64. So this is root 65 units. And similarly calculate your OB. So O is 0, 0 and B data is minus 4, 7. So x1, y1, x2, y2. So OB is square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square. So minus 4 the whole square. Y2 minus y1 the whole square. So 7 the whole square. So square root of 16 plus 49, which is equal to root 65 units. And similarly, you calculate your data for OC. So 0, 0 and C data is minus 7, minus 4. So this is our x1, y1 and x2, y2. So OC is equal to square root of minus 7, 0 the whole square plus minus 4, 0 the whole square. So that is nothing but 49 plus 16, which is equal to root 65 units. So in all the cases, OA is also root 65, OB root 65, OC root 65. So from this you can understand the radius of the circle K. Radius of the circle K is root of 65 units. Okay, so this is our part 1. So look at your data. What is the radius of the circle? So we identified as root of 65 units. Coming to the second portion, D and E are given that then you have to check whether they are within the circle or on the circle or outside the circle. So in that case, again we have to calculate the distance between the origin and the D point. And one more time, we are going to calculate the distance between the origin and E point. If the data answer we are getting OD or OE is lesser than root 65, then the point lies within the circle. If it is greater than root 65, then point is outside the circle. If it is exactly equal to root 65, then point is on the circle. That is the case. Now look at your data. What is your D point? D point is minus 5 comma 6. So now we are going to find our distance OD. So we know O is 0 comma 0. So this is nothing but 5 minus 5 square plus 6 the whole square. So root of 25 plus 36, which is equal to root 61 units. So this root 65 is lesser than root of 65. So hence the point D minus 5 comma 6 lies within the circle. And similarly calculate your point E. So what is your point E is 0 comma 9 and O point is 0 comma 0. So now you are going to calculate your distance OE. So square root of 0 minus 0, so 0 square, and 9 minus 0, so 9 square. So root of 9 square is root 81 units. So now this is root 81 is greater than root of 65. So hence the point 0 comma 9 lies outside the circle. That's all. Coming to the next question, the midpoints of the sides of the triangle ABC are points D, E, F, and given the coordinates D, E, F are, so D, E, F coordinates are given to us. Find the coordinates of A, B, and now you can draw your diagram this way. So ABC, let us consider A is x1, y1, B is x2, y2, and C is x3, y3. And we are given with D point. D is 5, 1, that is the midpoint of BC. And here E point 6, 5. And next F point, we are given with F point is 0, 3. So you can mark your diagram this way. So now look at your data. So D is midpoint of BC and E is midpoint of AC and F is midpoint of AB. That's all. So now you can consider your data. So with the ABC triangle, we can find, first you consider your BC side. So BDC. So here in midpoint data 5, 1 is given to us. With that you can form equations for with x2 and y2. So now let us consider the triangle ABC with your A, x1, y1, B, x2, y2 and C, x3, yt. So first you consider D is midpoint of BC. So you can consider your diagram this way. So B, D and C. So D point is given as 5, 1 and B we have taken as x2, y2 and C, x3, y3. So using your midpoint formula you can calculate. So what is your data? So here the x coordinate value is 5. So x2 plus x3 divided by 2. So now if you do your cross multiplication, so x2 plus x3 is equal to 5 2s are 10. So mark it as equation number 1. Okay, and similarly y coordinate value 1 is equal to y1 plus y2 plus y3 divided by 2. Do your cross multiplication. So y2 plus y3 is equal to 1 into 2, 2. So this is our equation number 2. And similarly you calculate your data, next data. E is midpoint of AC. So what is your A coordinate? A is x1, y1 we have taken and C we have taken as x3, y3 and our data E data is 6, 5. Same way you consider. So x coordinate value 6 is equal to x1 plus x3 divided by 2. So x1 plus x3 is equal to, do your cross multiplication. So 12. So this is our equation number 3. And for y coordinate, y1 plus y3 divided by 2. So now y1 plus y3 is equal to 5 2s are 10. So this is equation number 4. So now in the same way you have to calculate your F point also. How? Now F is midpoint of AB. So now draw your diagram. So AB. So A is x1, y1 and our B is x2, y2 and our F point is 0, 3. So now to write your coordinate value. So 0 is equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2. So do your cross multiplication. So x1 plus x2 is equal to 0 now. Okay, this is our equation number 5. So and similarly y data 3 is equal to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So y1 plus y2 is equal to 3 2s are 6. So this is equation number 6. So now here in this equation number 5, we can take our data x2 is equal to minus x1, isn't it? Right side we are having 0. So x2 is equal to minus x1. Now you can substitute this value x2 is equal to x1 minus x1 in your equation number 1. Look at your equation number 1. So here we can use it. So now substitute x2 is equal to minus x1 in equation number 1. So x2 will be equal to minus x1 plus x3 is equal to 10. So this is our data. So from here you can find your x3 as 10 plus x1. So mark it as equation number 7. Now you can substitute your 7th equation in equation number 3. In equation number 3 we are having our data x1 plus x3 is equal to 12. So you can substitute your x3 value. So x1 plus x3. So x1 plus x3, instead of x3 we can substitute your 10 plus x1. Right side we are having 12. So this is 12. So now 2 times x1. This 10 you can take it to the other side. So minus 10. So 2x1 is equal to 2. So x1 is equal to 2 divided by 2 which is equal to 1. So our x1 value is 1 now. And now you know the equation. So substitute your equation x2 is equal to minus x1. So x2 will be equal to minus x1 now. So we got this answer also. Now again x3 is equal to 10 plus x1 we know very well. Look at your data. x3 is equal, here we are having our data. So 7, equation number 7, x3 is equal to 10 plus x1. So x3 is equal to 10 plus x1 value 1. So that is 11 now. So in the same way we have to solve for y coordinate also. So far we have done with the x coordinate. So we got our answer x1 is equal to 1, x2 is equal to minus 1 and x3 is equal to 11. Now we are going to solve for y coordinates. In the same way you can substitute one over the other. So now we are going to use our equation number 4. Look at your equation number 4. y1 plus y3 is equal to 10. So y1 plus y3 is equal to 10 in the sense you can derive your y1. So 10 minus y3. Now substitute this in your equation number 6. What is your equation number 6? y1 plus y2 is equal to 6. So instead of y1 you can substitute 10 minus y3 plus y2 is equal to 6. Now again minus y3 plus y2 is equal to 6 minus 10. So y2 minus y3 is equal to minus 4. We are getting our answer. Now from here again you have to substitute your data y2 you can derive. So minus y4 plus y3. Now substitute this in your equation number 2. Look at your equation number 2. So y2 plus y3 is equal to 2. So y2 instead of y2 we are substituting minus 4 plus y3 is equal to 2. So you take this minus 4 to the other side. So 2 times y3 is equal to 2 plus 4, 6. So y3 is equal to 6 divided by 2, 3. So y3 answer is now 3. Okay, now again you can go for your y2 data. So what is your y2 equation? Look at your equation. So y2 is equal to minus 4. What is our y3 value? Y3 value is 3. So y2 value will be equal to minus 1. And now you go back. So y1 is equal to 10 minus y3. So 10 minus y3 value is, now we are getting our answer y3. So y1 is equal to 7. So now we got our answer y1 7, y2 minus 1 and y3 3. So these are all our answers. Now you can mark your coordinates of the triangle ABC. So coordinates of triangle ABC are what we have discussed in the earlier. Look at your diagram. A will be x1, y1, B is x2, y2 and C is your x3, y3. So from the answers you got, so here we are having our x answers and here we are having our y answers. So combining your answers, so A is x1, y1 and B is x2, y2 and our C data is x3, y3. That's all. Coming to the next question. A city has two main roads which cross each other at the center of the city. These two roads are along north-south direction and east-west direction. All other streets of the city run parallel to these roads and are 200 meter apart. These are 10 streets in each direction. So 1 centimeter is equal to 200 meter. Draw a model of your city. Represent the roads in the single side. So look at your data. So here we are having our diagram like this. So x-axis, this horizontal line is x-axis and vertical line is your y-axis. So here you know in the social science while marking your map you know the direction north, south and east and west. So here the vertical lines represents north south main road and our horizontal lines represents in this diagram. So horizontal lines represents east west main road. And how to mark your data? Look at your second subdivision question. So in the second subdivision question, there are street interconnection in the model. Each street interconnection is formed by two streets, one running in north-south and another in east-west direction. Each street interconnection is referred to in the following manner. If the second street running in the north-south direction and fifth street in the east-west direction meet at some crossing, then we call this street interconnection 2, 5. Using this convention, find how many street intersections can you refer to as 4, 3. 4, 3 in the sense then fourth street is in north-south direction and third street in east-west direction. That's all. And in the so here it is 4, 3. So 4, 3. Look at your data in the graph. 4, 3 we know very well. And in the second subdivision, B subdivision, how many street intersections can be referred? How 3, 4. So here it is third street. So third street in north-south direction and fourth street in east-west direction. So look at your data in the graph 3, 4 and 4, 3. That's all. Rest of the questions will be discussed in the next video. Until then, it is bye from Dr. KS.